and happy Thursday. Sorry, I had a weird message there, so hopefully we're good to go. Happy Thursday. I hope you all had a really great week. I have been super busy as always, and it is getting hot here. We're having a kind of an early heat wave, so a little warm today. But anyway, so I hope you had a great week. If you are joining me live, you'll see the little live sign up in the corner. If you don't see the little sign, then you're watching the replay either on my Facebook page or my YouTube page. So welcome. Say hi, leave a little thumbs up, let me know you're there. So there's a lot going on and a lot going to be going on. So I'm just going to get straight to the announcements. If you are watching the replay, and you don't want to hear all the announcements, or you've already heard them before, you can skip ahead a few minutes and we'll get to the project. So, but I just want to give some reminders and then let you know what is coming up and going on. So reminders, the join offer right now, you will get the stamp and positioner for free in your kit. Hey Lily, glad you could join. Excuse me. So the join offer right now is you get the stamp and positioner free in your kit. Excuse me. You get to pick $125 product for only $99, and you get free shipping, and then you get all the business supplies, and you get some other fun stuff in your kit as well. But we have the best deal. Other companies out there, when you get the kit, it's whatever they throw in there, and sometimes you don't like what's in there. With us, you get to pick what's in your kit. You get a great discount on all the products that you love. So it is the best deal ever. So if you want that stamp and positioner for free, now is a great time to sign up. I believe the offer ends March 2nd. So make sure that if you want to do that, that you jump on that before the 2nd. Also, bonus days coupons. If you earned bonus days coupons last month, then this is the month to redeem them. You have until Saturday evening to redeem those. If you are not sure if you have coupons, the easiest way is, did you place an order in January and was it $50 or more? If so, then you probably have a coupon code in an email somewhere. So you want to make sure that you use those coupon codes, and you have until Saturday. Hi, Mom. So don't forget to use your coupon codes, because once this month is over, then you kind of lose them. So you make sure to use those. Also, I have class on March 7th. We're going to be using some of the fun stuff that's coming out in the online exclusives for March, plus probably an Easter card with the fun Easter set that is in the spring catalog. So you won't want to miss the March class. It's going to be a lot of fun. So new stuff that's coming up. So on Tuesday is the first Tuesday of March. So we always have lots of stuff coming up on that first Tuesday of the month. So next Tuesday, which I believe is the 3rd of March, we'll have a new product of the month. And it's a stamp set this time. And they're trying to let us know ahead of time, like about a week ahead of time, what it is. So it's this Notes of Spring. So it looks like it's a 2-step stamp. Kind of cute for the springtime. So product of the month, when you spend $75, you get to purchase the product of the month for only $5. So that will start on the 3rd, March 3rd. We'll also have new online exclusives, which I showed you some of those a couple weeks ago, and we're going to work with one of them tonight. And we'll have some new kits in the kit collection. I think there's 3, and they kind of go together. We saw a little sneak peek as a demonstrator, and they're kind of home decor-ish. You can make it into cards, but I think the object was kind of home decor. and they kind of can go together. So when they come out, I will show you what I mean by that. So all right, and so now big news. Oh, there's the dog barking at people outside. Sorry, everyone. So March 12th through the 14th is convention for us demonstrators. I'm really excited. I get to go this year. It's in Long Beach this year. Hey, Jen, glad you could join. Sorry for the dog. He's barking at people outside. It's hot, so we have the door open so he hears everything. Anyway, going to convention, March 12th through the 14th. And so the big news is we're going to have 3 catalogs a year. So instead of one big annual catalog and then a couple small catalogs, we are going to have 3 catalogs a year. It's going to kind of combine annual catalog with new and seasonal stuff for those 3 catalogs. So instead of, you know, having to refer back to your annual catalog, you'll have everything all in one catalog. So I hope that kind of makes sense. We'll get more information about it when we go to convention. So I'm actually kind of excited that they're combining stuff. And I saw somebody ask a question, or maybe it was in a Q&A that we get to see as a demonstrator, and somebody asked about how many pages it's going to be, and they said it's like 83-ish pages. So it's going to be a little bit more than the spring catalog and a little bit less than the annual catalog. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to combine everything. Hi, Carol. Glad you could join. Sweet baby puppy. Yeah, sweet baby. No, he is not. He's a little terror. Anyway, so that's the scuttle on the catalogs. And we'll see how it goes. So when convention comes around next month, we'll get a little bit more information, and we're also going to get the newest and latest catalog, which will be the May to August catalog. So also the new information that's coming out, and I knew this was coming only because Stampin' Up! Has kind of acquired some of the Close to My Heart stuff when Close to My Heart closed. We're getting new stamp pads. I'm actually kind of excited because our stamp pads, the slide and the flip, and sometimes they get kind of sticky and it's kind of hard to deal with. So they're going to the magnetic stamp pads like the ones that Close to My Heart had. And I got to see a demonstration on it, and I think it's actually kind of cool. So the lid kind of magnetizes onto it, and you can flip it so that it all sits together, and then you can stack them. They all magnetize and stack together. So I think it's going to be great. The only thing is it's going to cost more money. Of course, everything costs more money these days, right? And ink all over your fingers. Yeah, exactly, Jen. So I'm actually really excited for the ink pads, and they're going to be the felt. I know when we switched to the foam, everyone was like, and some people were like, yay. And I've dealt with the foam. They're great, but I think the felt is better and they last longer. They're more durable. So I'm actually really excited. And I think the ink pads are just a slightly bit bigger than our current ink pads as well. So it's going to be a good thing. So they're rolling it out in May with the May catalog. And it's just going to be the newest 5 in colors, which I found out what those colors are too, by the way. And I'll let you know what those are in a minute. So the ink pads will just be those 5 in colors first, and then they're going to slowly roll them out. So by, I think, the 2027, like May, I think they're going to switch everything over. it'll be kind of a gradual switch over, and then that May catalog for next year, 2027, they'll all be the stamp pad, the new stamp pad. So again, more information to come, but I'm actually really excited for the new stamp pads. So I can't wait to get them. When I get to pre-order when I go to conventions, so when I get them, I'll be able to show them to you. So the new in colors, I don't have like a picture or anything, but I can let you know what those names are. So listen closely. So we have Barely Blush, which I think is a really light pink. Crisp Cantaloupe, which I think we had that color before. It seems to be the last couple of years we've had one returning in color. So Crisp Cantaloupe, obviously kind of a peachy color, peachy orange. Golden Glow, which is yellow. Peaceful Pine, which is a green color, and then Hydrangea Hue. So I'm really excited for those colors, and they're kind of the lighter kind of pastel-y colors. So I think it's gonna be a really great complement to all of our other colors that we have. I'm really excited for the new in colors. So anyway, all right, so tonight I am gonna work with a stamp set that is coming in March, next month, well, next week, and I'm sure you've seen other demonstrators using it, and I used it a couple weeks ago to demonstrate the Stampin' Positioner. It's the Cutest Crew, but I'm not using the dogs or the cats. I'm going to use the little birds. So I'm going to point you down and we'll get started. Hold on. All right. Here we go. I think we're good. Okay. All right, so the Cutest Crew. It's such a cute stamp set, just like it says, Cutest. And I've seen a lot of stuff out there. Some really cute cards. And but today I'm going to use the little birds. And I saw a card done by, her name is Heidi Collins, and I think her little saying is on you go, O-N-Y, go, on you go, stamping. But she has a lot of really great ideas, and I saw this one, she was working with templates, and I thought, oh, that would be really cute. So I kind of switched it up a little bit, so it's not exactly like hers. But the Cutest Crew will be available next week, starting on Tuesday, and then it also has matching dies. And if you remember when I used it before, there's also some little dies down here that are in the bottom. So there's like 3 little birds, 3 little cats, and 3 little dogs. And then there's the little strips to cut out these pieces here. So super cute stamp set. And then of course I'm using the Nested Essential dies tonight. So I've already cut out some pieces, and I wanted to use some stuff that we don't use very often. I'm using some of the two-toned cardstock, and I'm going to show you that. I'm making 2 cards tonight because it was just too cute to pass up. So let me separate my little pieces here. So I have my card base, and I am using Pretty in Pink, and that is also one of the colors that is going to be retiring, by the way. So you want to make sure that you order any ink refills or paper or anything that you need for Pretty in Pink. And then this is two-tone cardstock. I'm using the Pretty in Pink, but I also use this new embossing folder called Lazy Daisy, and this is also coming out next week as well. But it's so cute because it makes these cute little daisies all over your cardstock. So, and I wanted to use the two-tone cardstock because I wanted to show you that you could actually sand it down to get a little bit of the white to show through. So the two-tone cardstock actually has a white core to it. So if you were to rip it, you would see white in the middle versus our regular cardstock where it is the same color through and through. And then also with two-tone cardstock, one side is lighter and one side is darker. So I'm using the lighter side this evening. And I have this little sanding block, and this is actually for your nails, but it works out perfect, especially when I have like classes. But all I'm doing is just sanding off some of the high spots on here, and you're gonna get that white to show through. So it's a fun added kind of texture to your cardstock. And I think we always forget about that two-tone cardstock. And remember, the two-tone cardstock is 12 by 12, and it comes in every single color. So that's kind of nice. So see the difference? This one has a little bit of the white kind of showing through, and then this one is just regular. So I don't know if you can see that or not with the light. Anyway, so it just adds a little something to your card. So I am just going to layer that onto a piece of white. Let me get out my Tombow glue here. And I'm going to layer that onto my white piece. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to use, I wanted some white ribbon, and we don't really have much in the way of white, except we have this, I call this like the starter pack. This is has Misty Moonlight and white ribbon in one package, but I think there's only like, instead of 10 yards on each roll, there's 5. So I'm just going to use some of that white on here, and I'm just going to wrap it around my card front. And I think that this this ribbon pack is actually like the price is pretty good. It's like a good price point. I want to say it's only like $5. So it's great if you don't want like 10 yards of the same color. So you get white and you get Misty Moonlight together in one package, which I think that is okay because Misty Moonlight's a really good color. All right, so I'm gonna give it a little snip. All right, so that is the card base, and I'm just gonna put that on here, actually the card layer, and we're gonna put it on our card base. This is a very simple card, but it is so cute. All right, this is for my other cards. And then we're gonna take this piece that I cut out of the Nested Essentials, and it's like the second one in, second from the largest. And I just cut it out of white. Oh, I need to do my inside piece as well. So I am going to use, the 3 little birds, and I'm going to use Have the Best Day, and then we have the little footprints of the birds here. So I already have those on blocks because I was playing with this earlier. So I'm going to use, first use the little footprints, and I am just going to put a little pathway on my inside of my card here, just to kind of decorate the inside. I thought it was kind of cute. All right, so now this piece here, we are going to use Have the Best Day. Ink that up. And I'm going to put it like towards the bottom of this piece. And then we have our cute little birds. And there we go. All right, let me close this up. I was getting ink on my fingers earlier. All right, so what I'm going to do is I got out my blends, and I got out a light Daffodil Delight and a light Old Olive, and then the light and dark Pretty and Pink. So I'm going to use the light Daffodil Delight on the little beaks, and a little bit of the Old Olive on this, the little grassy parts here. Just give it a little extra swoosh around there for the grass. And then I'm going to use my both of my light and dark Pretty and Pink. And I like to, with the blends, I like to do the dark first and then go back with the light and then do another layer of dark, just to get that that shading in there. So then I'll go over it here. And with the pink, you don't see it very much, but it's there. We'll go back over the dark. And then on this saying here, Have the Best Day, I'm just going to kind of highlight best. Just a little scribble, nothing like too precise, just a little accent. And I know a lot of people are buying this stamp set, demonstrators, because of the dogs and the cats, but I think the birds are really, really, really cute. So that is it for the little birds. We're gonna put some dimensionals on the back. And just put that on the front there. And we want to put this piece on the inside. So easy. I'm going to use some of these cute little in color pearls. Use the pink ones for the pink. Okay, and so there we have that one. So simple and easy, so cute. So that is version number 1. And I know that the lady that I saw do this card, her name is, again, Heidi Collins. She actually did hers this way and then had the birds this way. And she was following one of those templates that we have. But I decided to do it just a little bit differently. All right, so now I'm going to do another card, but I'm not gonna sand off this part here. I'm just gonna put it right onto my card front, and I'm gonna put it on without the white layer. I'm just gonna put it directly on pink. So we have a fun pink card here. And then we have our inside piece. I still need to stamp my stuff on. And then I have this piece here. This piece is like 1.5 inches by 5. So again, I'm going to get out all my stamps and we're going to stamp away. I'm going to do a little different on the little footsteps. So we're going to kind of go at a diagonal here. Just something fun and cute. And then on this piece here, I'm going to stamp Have the Best Day kind of off to the side. And then I'm going to do my little birds again over here on the side. All right, there's that. Let's put this piece on the inside. And you could create these cards in all different colors. These are so fun. So again, I'm going to get out the same markers that I had. So I have the light Daffodil Delight for the beak. And then I'm using Old Olive for our little pieces of grass down here. And then I have my my Pretty in Pink, the light and the dark. And I'm just going to add some highlights. Hi, Chris. I'm glad you could join. Better late than never. That's what they say, right? I feel like I haven't seen you in a really long time. I hope everything is well. All right. Go back over with the highlights. Okay, and now I want to add a little something extra to this one. So a while back I did some, I don't know, kind of like scribble outlining. And it's been a long time since we've done that. I got this from, there's a demonstrator in Canada. I know her name is Laura. I forget her last name. But she is very talented. She came from close to my heart, and she is awesome. But she likes to use these journaling pens, and we do sell these, and I forget, I think they're in a package of 2. I don't remember. I know there's more than one in a package, but these little pens are great. So I'm just going to add a little interest to this, and I'm just going to do like a little line and then a little scribble, a little line, a scribble. And it doesn't have to be precise. Just kind of a little outline and scribbles. Just like that. And then it just adds a little something extra to your little focal point here. So I thought that was really kind of fun to do. So we're just going to add some dimensionals. Put one more here. Can never have too many dimensionals, right? And then we're just going to lay it across the middle. Just make sure it's straight. And I'm going to use some of these in color dots. And there we go. Super cute, easy, fun little, have a little gnat here. It's from the light. Super fun, simple, cards. I also did it in peach pie. So you could do these in like all the colors. So simple, it's so easy. And then this one I was kind of just experimenting with. This one I did with Misty Moonlight and then the basic beige background. And I did not use two-tone cardstock on this one. I just used regular cardstock on this one. So, but these are so fun and so easy. Look out for March 3rd and you'll be able to order the Cutest Crew. They are so cute. The name is just perfect, the Cutest Crew. The little dogs are so cute, and I know we have some cat lovers out there. And again, here's the dies that match. So we have the 3 dies that cut out all the little birds and dogs and cats, and then there are some independent pieces here, the 3 little dogs, 3 little cats, and 3 little birds. So super cute set. This is sure to be a hit. So it'll probably sell out pretty fast, so it'll be on back order for a while, I'm sure. So if you like this set, make sure that you get online first thing on Tuesday and order this set. So, all right. Yeah, Lily, I was just having a fun time with this one. I think I'm gonna maybe continue. I might even do this as a swap for convention. So it was so easy to put these together. They come together really quick. So all right, everyone, have a really great night. Have a great week. It's gonna be hot here, so stay cool. Make sure you hydrate. I know it's early, but hydrate. And then I will see you all back here next week. Have a great night, everyone.